Yo, what up? It's the tip of the week, and today we're going to discuss why dental school. Now, if you follow my post or social media, you know that I am super duper excited about mentorship, coaching, and just giving insight. And I wouldn't be in this situation where I am right now, being able to give you all quality content that will be impactful, sustainable, and efficient in your day-to-day practices without mentors and coaches that I've adopted over my career in dentistry and even before dentistry. So my population that I treat is generally going to be within the college age, high school, and even older when I'm basically taking out wisdom teeth. And the question that I love to answer, and hence the reason why I'm having this video, is to address some of those concerns that bring cringing to my ears. And that is simply, why do you want to be a doctor? I think that question is so important simply because if you don't have somebody either in your family, an aunt or an uncle or close family member or friend that's in the profession, you're in for a rude awakening. And I hope this video answers some of those questions that you have, and you could really get down to the core of why you're actually looking into going into dental school. So, questions why? Now, I just got off the phone with a young lady in Houston, Texas. She's a senior at one of the local colleges here, and she was asking me, what can I tell a dental school of why I would want to get in? I asked her the question, well, why do you think you should be in? She was just like, well, why she thinks dentistry is a good fit. And an answer that I get too frequently, that I get very frustrated with, is because I want to help people. Wrong. Because if you truly want to help people, the best thing that you do is go outside and start picking up garbage. And if that's not the help that you want to let people know about, or if that's not the type of help that you're wanting to give, state the true answer. Be as genuine as you possibly can. Don't run from it. You could be asking, well, Jared, Dr. Williams, or Jared, whatever, what is the reason why you decided to go into dental school? Well, I'm glad you asked. The reason why I decided to go into dental school was simply because when I was around 12 or 13 years old, somebody asked me, what do I want to do when I grow up? And I was like, dentistry. And stuck with me. And so I decided to shadow any and everybody underneath the sun, to the point to where I had at least 8 to 10 mentors to guide me through the process and give me an insight into what their experience was. And so when it was time for me to give my opportunity to get into dental school, I was 10 and 15 and 20 years ahead of some of my classmates who did not take the same route that I did. Now, I don't think that I'm special. I don't think that I'm God's gift to humanity. But one thing I can say is that I've been able to do fairly well for myself. And my job is just to give you guys some insight that you could possibly use. And most importantly, recognize that there's not just one way of handling a situation. So you got to know what's your why. And don't come up with these cockamamie excuses of, oh, I want to help somebody. Because if you really wanted to help somebody, you'd be helping somebody and not talking about it. So get down to the crux of it. Know who you are. I say get a sheet of paper out. Write down what's important to you and why it's important to you. And then once you figure that out, then you have something to work with. So figure out what your why is. Number 2, differentiate yourself from the pack. Everybody's going to have, most people are going to have a science degree, biology, chemistry, biochemistry, whatever. I was a biochemistry major. I thank God that I got into dental school, because I don't think I would have been too pleased if I would have just had the traditional route of becoming a biochemist. So I'm thankful I had the opportunity to get into dental school, my first opportunity, and now history shows you exactly where I am. But what happens if I didn't get into dental school my first time? I would say I'm royally screwed. And in this day and age, in the climate that we're living in, cost of living and schooling is skyrocketing. And so you want to make sure that whatever you're choosing, you are literally in a position to make a change and not to get pigeonholed into this particular field of study. So really keep that in mind. Something to also take in consideration is this. Let's just say you get into dental school with the 4.0, the 30 on the DAT, and you have the biology major that you've been coerced to be doing ever since you were a little kid, and you don't like it. Well, just know that those student loans you can't default on, because they'll follow you, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. But you get my point. They're not going anywhere. But let's just say you get into dental school and you just don't like it. Then what? Well, screwed. Now, don't get it twisted. There are other avenues that you could pursue, that you could make a good living, that you could enjoy the quality of life. But there's a significant learning curve that goes along with that process. And so I just wanted to give you some insight on what you should be doing and what you should be thinking about when you're going into dental school. I personally like to tell people is this: figure out a degree that you can adapt and use so that in the event that you decide to go into dental school or any professional school for that matter, that you can make some money. Like parents, if you're out there watching this, this should be a video that you should be shoving down your throat of your son or daughter who's either in college or going to college, about to finish college. Well, it's kind of too late at that point. That they should be thinking about, because if you're not thinking long term, you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble. And this video and this page and my social media pages are specifically for that. Think outside the box. Differentiate yourself from all the other thousands of applicants that are going to be applying to your school. And if they're going to be applying to your school, think about all the 100 or 200 students that are going to be sitting right next to you. How do you differentiate yourself from Sally, John, Jamal? How do you do it? Well, you got to figure out something different. So being a music major and then getting all the prerequisites for dental school, it's a win-win. And if you didn't know that, now you do. If you wanted to be an accountant and then take the prerequisites, win-win. If you wanted to do nursing, which makes a pretty good salary after you graduate with the 4-year degree, and go into dental school, you could do it. The main thing is getting the prerequisites, getting the letters of recommendations, volunteering. Okay. Truly caring about the people that you're serving, not just doing it so you can get hours, or you're just doing it just to get a letter. Like, actually truly care. And most importantly, when you have the opportunity of going onto that dental school visit, be yourself. Like, I speak to students all the time. They come from diverse backgrounds and everybody's wanted to be the perfect polished candidate. Forget about it. The Creator made you exactly how you are to be, so just embrace it, run with it, and be something amazing. There's a quote here in Houston that says, be someone. Do just that. Be yourself. Be the best person possible. And by doing that, if you get in or you don't, at least you stay true to who you are. Because there's many colleagues that I know, and I've been able to have licenses on the East Coast and the West Coast and in between. And I've seen that there are individuals that had the great GPAs, had the science majors, had the DAT scores, and they're living a terrible life. So here are some ideas and thoughts that you could implement immediately. Once again, I like the easy method, which is I stands for impactful, S, which is sustaining, and E, which is efficient. So everything I decided to give you today falls into the easy method. And once again, I hope this information was impactful and beneficial to you. And most importantly, I hope you don't squeeze this information, but I hope that you spread it and send it to somebody who would definitely be able to benefit from this. Once again, this is Dr. Jared Williams, and my only focus is for you to smile after surgery. And if you're not at that point to smile after surgery, just remember this. What looks hard is often easy. Make it a good one. Let me guess. You're probably thinking, well, Dr. Williams, you're in Houston. What about other people that are closer to me? Well, I know that if you're watching this, this is a universal message. This is what you do. Grab your cell phone. Everybody has a smartphone. Most people have smartphones. Grab it and type in dentist near me or professional that you desire near me. And Google's going to populate a long list that you can look up with phone numbers and addresses. And I hope you know where I'm going with this. What you then do is call. You don't even have to do this anymore. All you have to do is press a button and press call, and it's going to go. And then somebody's going to pick up and say, hi, my name is such and such. How can I help you? You say, hi, my name is Jared, and I am a college student, high school student, and I'm looking at wanting to shadow the doctor of the practice. Is that available? If they say, hell no! If they say no, then hang up the phone, call somebody else. If they say absolutely, come on in, get your pen pad ready to go. Don't allow them to repeat a sentence that they say. And for God's sakes, please, 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 if they give you a recommendation, follow it to the T. As a mentor and somebody who has been mentored by many individuals, not just professionals, but many individuals, the last thing you want to do is get advice and not follow through with it and say that you're serious about the path that you have that we are giving you insight on. Don't do that. Simply follow the instructions that your mentor is giving you and move forward. And so you keep on going through that exercise over and over and over until you get at least 10 individuals. I say 8 is a minimum, but at least 10 individuals that you could contact and have for reference, not just to get into dental school, not just to get into some professional school, but to share relationships forever. I can't tell you how many times I've come in contact with individuals that I've met on a different coast or in a different country. I'm just like, you're here? And if I would have just leached off of them or squeezed, which I like to say, information and never gave anything back, either a listening ear, a humble spirit, it comes back. So these are certain things that you want to keep in mind. And last and not least, add value. Add value. If you really want individuals to assist you on your journey called life, hence the word assist, add value to their life. You don't have to take them out to an expensive restaurant. You don't have to give them gift cards. You don't have to kiss up to them. However, some people like that. But it's really simple. Add value to them. Don't be the individual that's just like, gimme, 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 gimme. And as soon as you have what you need, you're gone. Don't do that. Be the individual that gets that information and comes back and says, thank you. I know that's sometimes hard to comprehend, but a thank you goes so far. If somebody's into flowers, like if you're coming into their environment and you see something that's out of the ordinary that seems to be unique with them, compliment it. And most importantly, follow through on the information that they're giving you. Because these individuals don't owe you anything. Also, yeah, that's about it. They don't owe you anything. So just keep that in mind when you start asking for information. And most important, I would say another good thing is this: do your research before you even come, so that when you present yourself, you'll be adding or being directed opposed to just dragged through the environment that you find yourself into if you so call are wanting to enter into a profession. So these are some simple tips and tricks that you could implement into your journey immediately. And you know the best thing about it? These are just principles. So you can apply them in any country, at any time, and be watching this video literally years and years to come, like 100 years to come, and still get a great result. So there you have it. I know you learned something, because if you wouldn't have gotten to this point just listening to the garbage. So once again, I'm Dr. Jared Williams, and I want you to make it a great day, because you're in charge of that. Make it a good one.